but I'm charging $1,000 more.
By day 3, I had like 30 leads. I was like, whoa.
We've now passed over $1 million in sales for wedding photographers and video creators. This wedding you saw on the channel, booked through Ignite. This wedding, also booked through Ignite. And I guess I was a little slow to record this because the Focal Ignite program is actually closer to $1.5 million in sales for photographers now. That means the fractional studio managers at Focal are booking weddings for photographers and video creators, literally like me and like us. I would say the majority of the customers are somewhere between year 1 and year 10. I'm like 20 years into this, so maybe I'm a bit of an outlier. I'll also mention here that I am a part owner of Focal as well as a customer. What is a fractional studio manager, you might ask? It is somebody that runs ads for you. They respond to incoming inquiries, they set up meetings, and they close those bookings for you. Fractional because they're not only your studio manager, they're also doing this for a few other studios as well, but none that'll be your local competition. Reasons for joining the Ignite program and hiring a fractional studio manager from Focal can be any of the following. Number 1, lack of inquiries. The Focal team will run ads for you and they will bring in new inquiries. Number 2, lack of time or desire to actually do the sales, or you're bad at sales like me, or you're just really awkward about asking for money and you're constantly discounting yourself because you don't feel that's a topic for another time. 3, if you've tried ads or platforms like The Knot or Wedding Wire and you've just not had success with them. Number 4, if couples keep ghosting you and you know that if you can get in front of them or if they can just respond to that email, that there is a very, very good chance that they're gonna book with you. Or number 5, you just wanna book more weddings and fill up a full-time season with as little effort on your side as possible. I know it sounds like the dream, but literally you're paying for your dream to happen. Now, this isn't completely magic. You do have to have a good portfolio. There is an approval process and the Focal crew knows who the system works for and who does not. So if it's not gonna work for you, they're not gonna let you in the program. If you have 3 photos from your cousin's birthday party on your website and no wedding images, it's probably just not time for the program yet. Also, the program has changed a little bit. It used to be that you had to have a Focal website in order to join the Ignite program, but now you can join with whatever website you currently have. And if you do decide to do a meeting and see if the Ignite program is right for you, the Focal team will actually explain the entire secret sauce behind the program. They bring you through the ads that they're gonna run, the email templates, they give a step-by-step explanation of how they book weddings. They're super transparent about the process, and they should be because you're on the same team, so it makes sense to be. Most Ignite program members are booking at least 1 wedding per month, so 12 weddings per year, but some are doing upwards of 20 to 30 weddings per year, which is really crazy. How would your life change if you were booking 30 wedding seasons and doing it very easily? What would change? Would you be working another job? And I should mention that Ignite isn't just to book budget $300 wedding days. The average booking is around $3,000, with a few of them being well over $10,000. I think we did an $18,000 wedding package, which is nuts. And it's crazy because I haven't even booked a $10,000 wedding package, maybe close, but not a $18,000 wedding package this year. But that's enough from me. Let's hear from some actual Focal Ignite users.
I mean, I moved from North Carolina to Denver, Colorado, and I had to start all over with my business.
What was it like moving across the country and essentially that you had some portfolio, but you were pretty much starting completely new again when it comes to venues and vendor relationships?
Yeah, with clientele, I had to start all over from scratch from Denver. So I got an ad for Focal and I had a meeting with Lachlan and I was like, wait, I've heard of this before. And I actually heard about Focal before through your YouTube videos. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I know they're reputable. I know it's not just like this random ad. I just felt really good about it from the beginning. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And the amount of leads I've gotten, I'm so glad it has a studio manager involved because I was like, I would not be able to handle this. I was like, this is a really nice system so that I can like focus on doing more of what I enjoy, which is shooting and connecting with people rather than just admin.
At the beginning, there was a lot of learning to be done, both from the Focal team, the creation of Ignite, the tweaking of it as we went along. And then for me as well, like I needed to be more comfortable talking to that amount of couples and figuring out who were the ones that were a good fit for us, which was a good problem to have. I mean, I'm not complaining by any means. It was good. It was just very time consuming. Before we started in 2024, beginning of 2024, we had 5 weddings for the entire year of 2024. With Ignite, we managed to acquire 9 more. Then for 2025, we have 16. And as of yesterday, we have 9 for 2026. So I'm really happy with the results.
I don't know, I felt so relieved this last 6 months, and and being busy is like, oh my gosh, like having weddings in the off season here, what we consider the off season. When I started and I was doing Facebook ads in 2010, it was so easy. And then 2016, it became super hard, where suddenly if you're doing a $100 ad spend, I could guarantee I could book one wedding just by spending $100 and getting, 20 people asking. Then suddenly went to zero. When I saw the Ignite thing, I was like, And it was like, okay, so if they run the ads, I'm like, I don't know. We'll see if they're as successful as me, because it's an always changing the algorithm, having to figure out like, well, why is this popular? Why is this, why is this working? And I didn't have the time for that.
I'm surprised at how fast it happened too. It was, they were very thorough about what expectations were, which is great. I really appreciate that. And like by day 3, I had like 30 leads. I was like, whoa, okay. I do appreciate how many couples I can just tell they're so excited to work with me. And I'm like, oh, these are my ideal clients. Like, they're so sweet, and they just, complete champions for my work. And I just want to do the same for them, because I'm just happy to, I'm not like just another photographer to be hired because they need a photographer. Like, they really genuinely enjoy my work, and we're excited to work with each other. And I love that about all the couples that I've booked so far.
I raised my prices by $1,000. Karina, the studio manager, can ask that price, where I have a problem asking it. But I'm charging $1,000 more than I was before. And then it gets in your head, oh, that's what I charge, where a year ago it was $1,000 cheaper. And that was a big thing too, because LA charges more. So I was like, well, I got to charge less, or there's people charge less. I got to be competitive. But then when you discount yourself and someone else isn't, they're going to think you're not worth it. They're going to go, oh, if he's charging this, but that guy's charging more, that guy must be better. And if they're not better, if you're worth it, then it's okay. And if, like it says, in this program, I don't have to say it. I can post the prices on the website, which I didn't used to before. I used to keep it a big secret. But now they know, and they reach out, and we go over it too with the pricing. And the only thing I tell them is that I understand, like, it's a lot of money. But I also understand it's priceless.
For those who are starting off and have heard of the Ignite program, and they possibly joined the Facebook group, they've seen the videos that you and Lachlan have put out, and are still on the fence, I mean, this really changed my business. It comes with a lot of work. Okay, I don't want to make it seem like it's just a plug and play. It's not. It comes with a lot of work, a lot of preparation. You have to be invested in making the adjustments. Okay, just the fact of like listing your prices online, for example. It's something that I struggled, even while in the Ignite program. I struggled to do that, and I tried to make it work, and I just see that it's not what the market is going. I was fighting against the market, so I defaulted back to what Lachlan and the Ignite team suggested from the beginning. And now I'm enjoying the fact that now I'm getting more inquiries now that I've done that.
So here's the process. If you want to be part of Ignite, you head on over to the link in the description. You put in your email to get some more information. Then if you want to set up a meeting, the Focal team will run you through the entire program. They will explain all the secrets and run you through all the ads, as well as how they're going to communicate with those incoming leads. Again, they're super transparent about the process, and will give you a step-by-step explanation of how they're going to book weddings for you. Easy, right? So check out the link down below if you want to learn more.